So today we're going to be reviewing and testing out the brand new Huda Beauty Empowered Eyeshadow Palette. This just recently launched and I couldn't wait to test it out for you. We're also going to do two separate eyeshadow looks. We're going to swatch it, we're going to have some fun. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Cat's Eye Beauty. And if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm over 50 years old and I love testing out makeup and skincare products, everything from drugstore to high-end and everything in between. And today I am so excited to test out the new Huda Beauty Empowered Eyeshadow Palette. I really wasn't going to pick this up. You guys, I really wasn't, but I'm a neutrals girl through and through, and I wanted to see if this is actually worth our money. I know there's been a lot of launches of eyeshadow palettes, especially around the holiday season. I just recently reviewed the Natasha Denona My Dream palette, and I absolutely love it, but I couldn't help to see the similarities in these eyeshadow palettes. So we're going to swatch it, we're going to play with it, we're going to do two separate looks, a daytime and an evening look, and we're going to see how versatile this eyeshadow palette is. And I will let you know my thoughts at the end of the video if you need this in your arsenal of eyeshadows. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, I lost my clip. How you doing? You guys, seriously, I did not want to get this eyeshadow palette, but like I said, I am a sucker for neutral eyeshadow palettes, but for some reason, this one really spoke to me because yes, I am a neutrals girl, but here she is. Oh my goodness. I just picked it up this morning at Sephora. I can't wait to swatch it and get into two different looks today. So now let's go over the stats of this eyeshadow palette. It retails for $67 and it's an 18 pan eyeshadow palette. It is a palette that includes 18 golds, coppers, and neutrals in matte, metallic, shimmer, and gel liner hybrid textures. It's cruelty free, it's long wearing, and I can't wait to dive into a look. Let's go ahead and open her up. What was really different that stood out in my mind between the Dream palette and this palette, this does have two gel hybrid eyeliners, and this is what she looks like. Oh my goodness. Upon first glance, it does look very familiar. We've seen these colors before, but have we seen these textures before? And that's what I really wanted to get into. Now, like I said, it does have two gel hybrid liners. You can use it as a base or you can use them as eyeliners. And it is the shade Purpose, which is this jet black up here, and the dark burgundy, which is called Worthy. Now, I appreciate this because I can actually read the shades of the eyeshadows. This side of the eyeshadow palette looks super warm. We've seen these warm shades before, the peaches and the coppers and the gold. But on this side of the palette looks very cool to me. Not like cool, but cool toned eyeshadows. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and swatch this half of the palette first and use it for a daytime look. And we're going to swatch this other half of the palette for an evening look. So I've already prepped my eyes with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Primer. It's just so my eyeshadows will pop so we can see the true tones of the shades. It also helps prevent creasing. What I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and swatch these shades through here. Let's see how they feel. I haven't even swatched these yet. Oh my gosh. Buttery. Ooh. So these are the three shades. Keep It Going, Get It, and Legacy. Very fall. So we can get a more accurate look of the shades. I'm going to turn my studio lights down. This is Keep It Going, Get It, and Legacy. Those swatched so nicely. That looks like a fall leaf. I live in Tennessee and the leaves are starting to change, so wow, I can really appreciate this. Charisma, Power, Best Self. Those swatched really well. Now this one, I ain't gonna lie, this one is very glittery, but it's still very pretty. Confident, Do It. That is a gorgeous, like a copper penny shade. And Visionary. That Visionary is gorgeous. It has kind of like a reflect to it. It almost turns purplish, almost copperish. Those are gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to go ahead and take my Angie Hot and Flashy A503 and I'm going to go into Power and tap off the excess. I'm going to go ahead and just apply it all over just as a base. This is a nice peachy shade. I know you don't think of fall as peachy, but this is a great all over the lid shade, just to give your lids a nice wash of color. Now, I know 18 pan eyeshadow palettes can be super overwhelming, but if you look at them in different sections, immediately see what you can create from this eyeshadow palette. But yeah, I think it's beautiful. I think this is really well cultivated and very well arranged. So next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in on a smaller brush and I'm gonna go into Keep It Going. And I'm gonna go right above my crease to create a transitional shade. And this is a smaller tapered brush because I do have hooded eyes. It's really depositing the pigment so beautifully. This is stunning. This is blending effortlessly. It's not getting muddy whatsoever. I also love how it has pops of cool tone shades too. So we are doing a simple everyday look so we can see how versatile this Empowered eyeshadow palette is. Because honestly, $67 is a lot of money. 18 pans of eyeshadow is overwhelming, and I want to see if it's versatile. I'm going to take a tiny bit more. I'm just going to run it under my lower lash line just so we have a little bit of definition, like that, right through there. That blended out beautifully. Now I'm going to go in with Legacy, which is this deeper shade right here in the corner. And I'm going to stamp it on the outer thirds of my eye like that. Wow. Ooh, this is so pretty. But this is just applying beautifully. This is very, very pigmented, barely any fallout. Like seriously, there's hardly any fallout whatsoever. And I'm just going to run that along the lower thirds of my eyelash. Ooh, so pretty. Now with the first brush, I'm going to go ahead and blend that out so we don't have any harsh lines. That is just blending out so seamlessly. And I'm taking whatever is left of Legacy and just dragging it across my actual lid just to softly blend that out. Isn't that lovely? Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. And that blended out so fast. Now on a small pencil brush, the BK Beauty 202, I'm gonna go in with Confident and I'm just stamping it right in there. Now remember, this is a deep dark brown. I'm gonna stamp it across the outer thirds of my eye as if I were using it as an eyeliner and just stamping it. Ooh, this is pretty. And it's actually coming across more of a deep burgundy as opposed to a brown. Oh, I love that. That's so pretty. And then following out a little bit and creating like a faux wing. And then taking the same, doing exactly the same, just stamping it along the outer thirds of my lash band. Almost like an eyeliner. That's nice. And whatever's left on that brush, I'm just going to run it along the lower lash line, just on the outer thirds, just to connect it. And that was so easy to work. I know these shades look so intimidating and so deep and dark in the pan, but you really don't need a lot of product. They're blending out seamlessly. Wow. Now I'm really curious about this marbled shade here, Visionary. It's like a cross between a purple and a copper. I'm just going to tap it on my lid like that. You can kind of see the shift to it, not really, but it's there. If you really pack it on, you're gonna see that shift. But I like a light dusting of it, so it's wearable for every day. That is really pretty. Again, taking the first brush that we just used and just blending out the harsh edges. I'm gonna go in with Charisma. I know, it's a crazy shade. It's super sparkly. I'm just gonna take a tiny bit on my Sigma inner corner brush. I'm just gonna pop a tiny bit. Okay, this shade definitely has fallout because it is very glittery. Ooh. If you do not do glitter, this is probably a shade that you want to stay away from. But that look was super easy to do, super quick. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go in with eyeliner and I'm going to go ahead and tightline my upper waterline with the L'Oreal The Liner Mechanical Signature Pencil. This is in the shade Denim, which is brown. I don't know why they call it denim, but I'm just going to go ahead, tightline, and then just a little bit on the outskirts of my eyes, just for a little bit more pop. But that just went on so easily. We've got our eyeliner on. All we need is some mascara, and I'm going in with the Tower 28 Beauty Make Waves Mascara. You know I've been absolutely loving this mascara because there's no need to curl your eyelashes. The formula is astounding. It really separates the eyelashes, lifts them up, curls them, and it just lifts and separates each and every lash. But here we are with our daytime look. What do you think? This daytime look, I can see myself doing this. Oh yeah, and it's the perfect fall look for the daytime. Okay, now I am ready for the evening look with this eyeshadow palette. You guys, oh my gosh, I can't wait to swatch these. But yes, now we're gonna continue with the left side of the eyeshadow palette. We're gonna see how they swatch and we're gonna do an evening look. So I'm gonna go ahead and start out with Purpose and Worthy because they are the gel hybrids. And it feels kind of creamy. Ooh. Purpose didn't swatch that great, but you can use these two shades for setting down for your base, or of course use it as an eyeliner. Limitless is supposed to be a wet foil. Oh my goodness. I went ahead and turned down my lights, but look at Limitless. This is supposed to be a gold foil, like literally specks of foil. Kind of reminds me of the stuff that's in Goldschlager. Did you ever drink that stuff? Oh my God. Definitely little leaves of gold. That is absolutely stunning. I mean, look at it on my finger. It's still there. Big Dreams. That mauve shade. Pretty. Courageous. Bold Moves. And I probably dug a little too hard, but just literally crumbled. But that is Bold Moves. This is Manifested. Again, very pretty copper shade. I don't understand the whole idea of like the little gel in it. I mean, couldn't you just put it in as a gel? Maybe it's a marketing technique. I don't know, but definitely very wet. Rebel and Winter. I love Winter because it's like a cool slate gray. Rebel and then Winter. Totally different from the right side of the eyeshadow palette. Very cool tones. You still have some bronzes, but yeah, let's get into an evening look. Now on a BK 202, I'm gonna go into Big Dreams. This is one of the shades that I absolutely love because it's right up my alley. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use it as my transitional shade. And that is super cool toned. It almost has a mauve shift to it. I love it. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. And I'm actually going a little bit deeper on the inner corner just so I can carve out some more definition because I really want to get a glam look today. Like that. Now on the same brush, I'm going to go in with Winter and I'm just going to go where I left off and deepen up that eye socket through here. Ooh, oh my God, this is gorgeous. It's blending out beautifully too. I do love cool tone eyeshadow palettes, and I feel like with this Empowered palette, you get the best of both worlds. I'm gonna take a flat brush and I'm gonna go into Rebel, tap off the excess, and I'm gonna go right above where I applied that transitional shade and softly blend out those edges and just buff that out. And that is just beautiful. And just buffing it out, blending those edges, taking it all the way up to the brow bone, and that is just blending so seamlessly. Isn't that pretty? I'm gonna take on a small pencil brush Worthy, which is that burgundy gel hybrid, and same thing, I'm gonna press it as if I'm using it as an eyeliner on the outer corners of my eye. Just want to see if that will lay down. Ooh. Oh my goodness. I'm kind of leery of using a gel hybrid, especially on the outskirts of my eye, because I don't want it to smudge, I don't want it to move, but I'm just softly blending that out. Now, just to be on the safe side, I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of Confident and just, again, pack it on the outskirts of my eye, just so I can set that gel hybrid shade down. I don't want it to smudge. The combination of Worthy and Confident is a nice combination because I'm using the powder to set the gel. And then whatever's left on that brush, I'm just gonna run it again on the outskirts of my eye for eyeliner. I'm gonna go in with Courageous all over the lid. and just plop that on there. And I'm not even being precise. Even if I go into that smoky liner that we did, we're gonna blend that all out. But Courageous is very pretty, and I'm not having any fallout. Unbelievable. These formulas are so buttery. On a clean brush, I'm just gonna take this and just blend out Courageous just to create a softer line, and just quickly cleaning that up, creating a softer line. Wow, so pretty. Oh, you guys, I'm in my happy place. All right, now, you know I have to go in with this. You know I have to try out Limitless. It is that foiled gold. I don't know. I'm gonna take a tiny bit of Limitless, and that is that gold leaf. Like, let's do a shot of Goldschlager and just tap it right over my iris. This just brings it up to the next level. Oh my goodness. If you're looking for something that's gonna make your eyes pop over the holiday season, this is absolutely stunning. What? Look at the shine on that. It's literally like putting gold leaf on your eye. Since this is a dramatic evening look, I'm gonna go in with liquid eyeliner. This is bringing me back to the 90s, how I used to wear my eyeshadow back in the day. I am going to go ahead and throw on another coat of mascara so we have really thick dramatic lashes. I'm just going to go back in with a second coat of the Tower 28 Make Waves mascara. Wow, this is dramatic even for me. And here we are with the final evening look. Now for lipstick, I just went in with Sephora's lipstick, the Satin Cream in Yum Yum. I've been absolutely loving this lipstick. It is a beautiful neutral tone, deep brown. I think it just complements this whole eyeshadow look beautifully and just ties in the entire look. But yeah, what do you think of this final look? And what do you think about the new Empowered eyeshadow palette from Huda Beauty? Now, remember, it does retail for $67. It is an 18 pan eyeshadow palette. It is cruelty free. It's long wearing. Would I recommend this eyeshadow palette? I know I am a neutrals girl. I love neutral eyeshadow palettes. I love reviewing makeup for us. There are similarities between the Natasha Denona My Dream palette and the Empowered palette. But once you get in and play with this palette, it is a whole new ball of wax. I was ready to be bored. You know, I mean, are these unique colors? Not really, especially this side, but when you start playing with the cool tone shades, it is a whole nother level. When I used my liquid eyeliner, it didn't drag across the shimmers. If your liquid eyeliner pen doesn't drag across your lash line with all this eyeshadow, you know it's a smooth, buttery formula. I do love my Natasha Dream palette. Don't get me wrong, I really do. But this is a whole new level, especially around the holidays. The gold foil of Limitless, it feels like you're literally Midas with the golden touch. It's absolutely stunning. I think I like this formulation better than the Dream palette. I really do, but that's just my opinion. If you're a beginner in eyeshadows and you get overwhelmed by large eyeshadow palettes, I totally understand. I am exactly the same way, but if you could just look at it and compartmentalize each little color story, you will have so much fun creating new looks. If you are a makeup aficionado and you love playing with makeup and you love neutrals, I think you would absolutely love the Huda Beauty Empowered eyeshadow palette. Do we need another neutral eyeshadow palette? Do you need another eyeshadow palette, period? Probably not, but I love reviewing makeup for you guys and testing them out on my mature eyes and seeing if it works for us. The difference between these eyeshadow palettes, this one's gonna give you 15 pans of eyeshadow, this one's gonna be 18, this one is $2 more. It's up to you. They're both very good palettes. Do you need both? No, absolutely not. If you like Natasha Denona's formulas better, this one's for you. But if you want to play and have a lot of fun around the holidays, especially with those golds and those shimmers, this is absolutely stunning. So I hope you guys had fun hanging out with me today, letting me test out the new Huda Beauty Empowered eyeshadow palette. As usual, I always have so much fun hanging out with you. I hope you did too. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. In case you want to hang out a little bit longer and check out some foundation reviews, check out the playlist down here. And for skincare reviews, check out the playlist right over there. But for now, mwah, mahal kita, I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.